Self-improvement took me from one of the happiest places in my life to one of the darkest places in my life, all because I made these mistakes. Self-improvement seems to be a thing that everybody's attaching onto nowadays, and don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely for it, and I'm even resetting my journey myself. However, if you go about it in the wrong way, you'll put yourself in a much darker place like I did. I was in such a great place and absolutely on my mission. I was doing all the self-improvement things and seeing great results from it, and then I crashed. I had one of the biggest fallouts I've ever seen myself go through, and I quit doing everything for months. I even left public school just because I went about self-improvement in such a toxic manner. I'm making this video to highlight the mistakes that I made during my self-improvement journey. I want this video to be a caution to you before you dive in on your own journey, to make you aware of the mistakes that you should not be making because they might mess you up more. So let's go ahead and hop right into these mistakes. The first thing that really broke me down in self-improvement was stress. Up until I started my journey, I stressed about basically everything. Once I finally started my journey and began doing research, I figured out all the things in self-improvement that I wanted to do. And when I did, I crafted myself a super strict minute-by-minute daily schedule. This schedule made me stress out all the time. If I didn't wake up at the perfect 6 a.m., get all the day's work done, or miss a meditation, I would stress about it for days. I stressed a lot about trying to have everything perfect on the first try, and obviously this is not healthy because it's simply just not possible to have everything right the moment you start at something new. Things take time to develop, and habits definitely take time to build. The second thing I really let get to me was mindset. I became super negative with myself all the time. I never understood that failure is actually a good thing and necessary on the path to success. Failure is bound to happen and it's definitely a good thing, but I didn't see it that way. I saw it as such a negative thing and it ended up sucking the motivation completely out of me. Also with mindset, I struggled a ton with having a positive lifestyle. I wanted to remain busy 24/7, so I never had time to be alone with my thoughts. I completely took away all my free time and locked myself to this daily schedule that I mentioned previously. It ended up putting me in a mindset of always running from my problems and made my mind very cloudy. This will definitely put you in a negative headspace when you give yourself no free time to rest. When you go to sleep always thinking of business or wake up upset that you slept in an extra 5 minutes, when you're always putting this constant pressure on yourself, it's going to make you into a more negative person and have a very poor mindset the same way it did to me. The third thing I really struggled with was self-doubt. While I was super motivated and super happy on the surface, I really struggled with self-doubt underneath. I doubted myself most and my ability to actually change my life and stick to self-improvement, and this is absolutely where it messed me up the most. And when I finally ran out of that motivation, which you will do like I talked about in this video, I completely crashed and had no motivation to get back into doing things because of that self-doubt. I believe there was no real point in getting back into things because I doubted the fact that I could do it in the first place. Self-doubt will be very heavy on your downfall if you don't change it. I talked about self-doubt and failure a lot in a previous short because it is super important. You have to believe in yourself because no one else will, and having that self-doubt will only bring you down more when that motivation leaves. The last way I really messed myself up was changing too much in my life too soon. The moment I got into self-improvement, I tried doing everything. Meditation, journaling, night routine, morning routine, going to the gym, and it was just simply too much and it was impossible to do it all. In your life, your body and your mind need time to adjust to new habits. So when you try to overload yourself all at once, your mind goes into a place of not wanting to do anything and your body kind of goes into a shock state. This was a big part of my stress because I was trying to do all these new things all at once, some of which I didn't even fully understand yet. You need to be taking things slow and to do your journey one thing at a time. Get that one habit down and make it a routine and move on to the next. But do not try to do everything all at once or you will completely overwhelm yourself. In this video, I discussed all the important mistakes that I made with self-improvement. I talked about the stress that I put myself through for not getting things right, my mindset for failure and a negative lifestyle, and my constant feeling of self-doubt, and trying to do everything all at once within self-improvement. I absolutely recommend avoiding all these mistakes at all costs because they really messed me up in my self-improvement journey. You really need to take things slow and improve as you go because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. If you want to learn more about self-improvement, you can subscribe to my channel below and go down into the comments to let me know the videos that you want to see here more. And if you enjoyed this video specifically, I have great news because this is part 1 in a video series that I plan from going from the very bottom of self-improvement to the very top of self-improvement step by step with everything you need to know, starting out with the mistakes that you need to avoid. And if you enjoyed this video specifically, go down and leave a like on the video because that does help me out a lot. And if you want to see more of me, you can go down into my description. Go to all my social medias and follow me there because I do post daily on all of those social medias and that would be greatly appreciated. Just drop a follow over there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys soon.